esa información precisamente está organizada la conferencia de prensa con el alcalde, el doctor Silvestre Torres. También tenemos al jefe de policía, Arturo Acevedo, al jefe de bomberos del departamento de Samuel Taylor.
Are we ready? Okay, well let's get started.
Vamos a ver qué dice el alcalde.
Let me just make a few comments, be followed by Chief Acevedo with HPD, will be followed by Chief Pena with the fire department, and then with Special Agent Ogletree with the FBI, and then Councilmember Ellen Cohen, in whose district we are now in. Let me say all of this started on Saturday night when one of our park rangers discovered an individual in Herman Park, in the bushes, close to one of the statues in Herman Park, and come to find out that he had two small boxes, which could have contained some, let's say, that was questionable in nature. And then, of course, the HPD and the FBI took over from there, which led to where we are today. These homes, this home on Auburn Street. I certainly want to thank HPD and all FBI, the Houston Fire Department, all of our special teams for doing an excellent job between then and now in keeping the public safe, especially people in this particular neighborhood. But I do want to give special credit to the park ranger, to Tamara Curtis with the Parks Department, who was the one that, by being on doing her job late at night, looking over at things in the park area, discovered this individual and brought everything to a head. That individual is now in custody, and then this matter will continue to be investigated. There's still a pending investigation, so I don't want to go too much deeper than that, other than say that I do want to thank law enforcement, both on the city level as well as on the federal level, for doing an excellent job in keeping everyone safe. Having said that, let me move to the side and call on Chief Acevedo.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you always for being here with us. I'm not going to say much other than this. Remind everybody this is an ongoing investigation, joint investigation with the Houston Police Department, the FBI, Houston Division, and the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms from the Houston Division have been here as well. When this call came in from the park ranger, I can just tell you that one of the things that we've done as a police department in light of the issues going on with monuments around the country is that we actually met with the park director and his security team. He's right behind me here from the Park and Recs, and talked to them about the importance of having all eyes on deck to watch out for suspicious behavior. That ranger is a hero. Noticed the suspicious behavior, took action, called us, and obviously we're here today. It's important for this community to know that at no time were people in danger here. The second we came, there was an assessment, and all steps were taken to keep people safe. This investigation will continue now with the federal authorities, with the assistance of the Houston Police Department, a joint investigation. But again, I think the most important piece is an isolated incident that's isolated, contained, and I don't think anyone has anything to worry about. Last thing I would like to say is the importance of eyes and ears. This is a huge community. We have a lot of threats throughout the city of Houston, throughout the Houston region, not just from a crime perspective like any big city, but also from a homeland security perspective. And this is a great example of someone seeing something and not just disregarding it, but actually calling it in. So I think the lesson learned here is that we have a great organizational relationships between all of our agencies. We've been working seamlessly, and I just like the mayor would like to thank everybody for their patience in this neighborhood. And with that, to talk a little bit about the hazmat and the mitigation from the fire department, Chief Pena will be up next.
Jefe Acevedo, estamos en vivo en Telemundo. ¿En qué momento estuvo en peligro la población en algún momento?
No creo que hubo ningún peligro, porque gracias a los esfuerzos de los rangers del departamento del parque nos llamaron y la investigación empezó inmediatamente, y gracias a Dios encontramos este local y pudimos accesar qué clase de peligro hay, y ya a este momento ya no hay más peligro. Es importante que la comunidad sepa que todo está abajo del control y que no tienen que tener temor. Lo importante que tenemos que saber es cuando vemos algo sospechoso hay que reportarlo. Esto es lo que ocurrió aquí hoy, y gracias a Dios nadie está herido. la investigación continúa.
Chief Peña.
Good afternoon. First, I'd like to thank Mayor Turner and Councilmember Cohen for being out here and supporting the effort and certainly looking out for the community. The Houston Fire Department, very proud of the work that they did out here in preparation for consequence management. I'm proud of the coordination that we had with the law enforcement agencies, HPD, FBI, and the rest of the agencies out here. Our role was in support of any consequence management. The team, they did excellent preparation, excellent coordination. Very proud of certainly the law enforcement agencies that are out here. And I would also like to reiterate, these are changing times, and we're all responsible to ensure that we report any suspicious activity, report it to the law enforcement agencies, and so we can take proactive steps to try to prevent any dangers. Thank you.
Special Agent from the FBI.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank the park ranger who initially responded to the incident, along with the Houston Police Department and all local law enforcement emergency response personnel. With that response initially with the initial response from the park ranger, that potentially saved lives. Due to the pending prosecution, I don't have any additional information to tell you at this time, but I would, however, like to tell you that the FBI, along with our law enforcement partners, will leave no stone unturned in our ongoing investigations of this matter. And at this time, we'd like to reassure you that we have no indication that there's any additional threats to the Houston area or at the area at this time. Keep in mind that the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force works for you, and that our multi-agency and its subject matter experts respond in a coordinated manner with our law enforcement partners. I'd also like to thank all the other law enforcement components that we called in. The FBI in and of itself brought in additional resources to help out on this matter to make sure that the citizens were safe. We had people come in from our New Orleans division, San Antonio and Dallas divisions, along with subject matter experts from Quantico. And so we wanted to make sure that these resources were here to support and make sure that everybody was safe. Thank you.
And Councilman Mellon Cohen, here in District C.
Thank you very much. As the council member for District C, as well as the Mayor Pro Tem, I was notified of this issue and got here about 10 after 3. And I was told that it's going to be a matter of 5 or 10 minutes, and we're going to be able to detonate it and move on. It's 2 hours later, and I want to tell you how much I appreciate HPD, Fire, and the FBI for being so conscientious, for not rushing into anything, for making sure that everybody in the neighborhood was safe. And I've been assured that's exactly what happened. There have been no fatalities, and this community is safe, and I'm grateful. I'm extremely grateful to everyone involved. And thank you, Mayor, very much.
Thank you. And I do want to underscore, I do want to thank the people in this neighborhood for being very, very patient with all of us today, as well as last night. We appreciate that. We know it was an inconvenience for many of them, but their public safety is first and foremost. That's number one. And so I want to thank everybody who participated in this particular operation, from the park ranger to the police department to the firefighters who have just done an outstanding job, to the FBI, all of our partners. I want to thank all of them. We'll take any questions you may have.
Terrorism. Are you investigating the possibility of terrorism?
Who wants to take that?
Ma'am, as I said before, we're leaving no stone unturned. We're looking at every possibility, but we cannot definitively say what it is at this time. Thank you.
Were the substances that were found in the last 24 hours the same that were found in 2013 at the Pullman Memorial?
This is an ongoing investigation. We have not made any determination as to substances and things of that nature. We're still looking at that.
Any other questions?
Jefe Acevedo, ¿qué es lo que sigue en esta investigación? Yo sé que están trabajando coordinadamente con el FBI. ¿Qué es lo que sigue para que pueda un poco de tranquilidad?
Bueno, la investigación va a seguir para asegurar que esto es algo que es aquí solamente, que no hay otras personas que están metidas en estos asuntos, y para saber exactamente qué iba a ser ese sospechoso con esos explosivos. También que la comunidad sepa que lo quedamos aquí porque iba a ser muy peligroso mover todos esos explosivos. Gracias a Dios todo está seguro.
Jefe, si puede responder a la pregunta de que si esto es un acto...
Eso es parte de la investigación continúa.
Chief, ¿nos podría dar detalles sobre cómo fue la operación para poner también la explosión y todo este trabajo que han realizado los elementos?
Sí, bueno, mire, el Departamento de Bomberos coordinó con las otras agencias que estuvieron aquí presentes. Fue una coordinación para manejar las consecuencias que se esperaban. Pero gracias que fue la explosión contenida dentro de la casa, y fue un fuego menor, lo que tuvieron que extinguir.
¿Qué tan peligrosos son esos materiales?
Bueno, mire, no sé, la específica de las materias no sé qué serían, pero sí le digo que sí eran, que tenían consecuencias. Esa fue la razón porque no las pudieron remover y decidieron detonarlas.
Yes, sir.
Just last week, you asked people to not go out and vandalize monument. This was a monument. It's getting a lot of attention nationally. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, again, I'm going to encourage people not to go out and vandalize any of the property, any public or private property in the city of Houston. That's not the way to solve or do anything. I can't speak to this particular person's motive. I can only speak to where he was found in Herman Park, in the bushes, with 2 small boxes, which led to the search and the detonation taking place today. But look, there's a process that we put in place. We're going to look at all of our inventory. We're going to assess the appropriate context for any monument that exists, and we intend to move and act on it in an expeditious fashion. But we're going to do it in a very deliberative fashion. And again, I'm going to ask everybody in this city to remain calm. You know, I understand everybody has a First Amendment right, but you do not have a First Amendment right to deface any of the public art, any of the statues, the monuments that exist in this city, whether you like the art or the statues or you don't. Allow the process to take its course. And if you do, then you'll be held accountable for it. But the process is moving. We're going to move quite expeditiously, but I'm going to ask people to be very patient and allow us to engage in a very thoughtful and deliberative process.
Are you worried that this may inflame some passion?
Well, I think what people need to take note is that thankful to HPD, thanks to the Rangers, we have people that are operating 24/7. Don't make a mistake that literally can change your life for the worse. You don't want to do that. And now today, because of someone's actions, I can't speak to that person's motivation. I can only speak to where that person was when that person was found. A lot of people have been inconvenienced today. A lot of people in this neighborhood have been inconvenienced. But also, please bear in mind, we had first responders that were going in harm's way, okay? And so we don't want to run the risk of anybody being injured. And so again, leave the public statues, monument, the public art alone. Leave it alone, whether you like it or don't like it. It is not, you do not have the right or the authority or the power to deface or to attempt to destroy. Allow the process to run its course. And that's what I would ask. Okay?
Can you paint us a picture of what it looked like inside the house? You all, the city first alerted residents around 10 this morning. It took about 6-7 hours to get this thing going. What were some of the concerns when the mayor's talking about first responders putting themselves in harm's way when it comes to this house?
Certainly, the fire department's role, in which they did admirably, was in preparation for consequence management. It was primarily in support of law enforcement. We certainly anticipated certain things based on what was present in the area, and I can't speak to that because, has been mentioned already, it's an ongoing investigation. But I can tell you that the crews on scene evaluated the hazard. They proposed, they planned, planned and prepared to address any potential hazard that may have existed in the execution of this operation.
Were the chemicals just in one part of the home? The mother had said in the federal document that her son would do chemistry experiments at the house. Can you at least tell us where this stuff was?
Yeah, no, I can't. I mean, I don't want to say anything that may hamper or hurt the investigation.
Okay. I tell you what, why don't you do some one-on-ones? I know you would like to stay here quite a bit. But the first responders have been out here all day long. I can't say thank you enough. This is 100-degree weather, but they've been doing their job and they've done it in a very professional sense. So very proud of all of our firefighters, police officers, and all law enforcement personnel for doing their job. Again, I want to thank all the neighbors in the area. Sure. I want to thank them for their patience, for being very, very patient with all of us. But do talk to people individually, because, you know, some people were telling me it's a little bit cold out here. So, okay, thank you.